and Gustav Svensson in the 4-2-3-1 on the outside of the three. Alvaro Fernandez on the left, Nico Ladero on the right, Clint Dempsey in the middle, Will Bruin up top. We'll obviously talk about Clint Dempsey in a moment.
4-2-3-1 for the Timbers. Jake Gleason making his first appearance of the preseason in goal. Vitas, Liam Ridgewell, Renico Clark, Chance Myers, left to right in the back line. Diego Chara, David Guzman holding. Darren Maddox, Diego Valeri, Dairon Asprilla in the midfield. Fernando Adi up top for Caleb Porter and the Timbers.
And we are underway here at the Kino Sports Complex. A beautiful evening, beautiful sunsets in the desert as Tony Alfaro moves it down the pitch. A little bit of slip, but no problem for Jake Gleason as he knocks the ball forward. The story for the Sounders, obviously, Jake, is Clint Dempsey, who was shut down after August 21st due to an irregular heartbeat, making his first appearance in major news, really in MLS and in U.S. soccer in general.
Yeah, and maybe even international soccer when you consider what it means to the U.S. national team. And, he's, of course, a villain to the Timbers, but I think everybody that supported the Timbers and everybody certainly around the organization felt for Clint Dempsey last year when he had to end his season prematurely. It's a scary situation, an irregular heartbeat. It's good to see him back out playing.
Nice move by Jovan
One,
Jones
two,
to get
three,
the ball.
four. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fernandez back to Jones down the left flank. Slides it in the middle. Looking for Will Bruin too far. That'll go out harmlessly for a throw into Portland. And I've explained it to Seattle fans. It wasn't a torn ankle or a busted up knee dealing with an irregular heartbeat. So shut it down harmlessly for a throw in to get things fixed and get it right.
Yeah, and that's, it goes beyond soccer, right? Something like that. I mean, it's personal safety. Like you said, it's not an ACL. It's not a sprained ankle. It's a lot more serious than that.
Here's Dempsey on the ball in the right corner. Drops it back to Ladero. Back to Dempsey. Jovan Jones cuts inside, shut down nicely by Portland. Off they go, but again, Jovan Jones does a nice job. Now, we'll get along tonight, correct?
I think we can make that deal. We so far, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, of course.
I always get in trouble for saying how nice Providence Park is and the perch that is amazing where we sit. For
So, Katie, you can hear me talking over the Timbers game as everything is coming across.
Yeah, it's a
Text me.
It's a phenomenal rivalry between the Timbers and Sounders, and what makes it so good, I think, of course, is the success that both teams have had, the last two MLS Cup winners, and, of course, the atmospheres and the fan bases that the two squads have. The two best in the league. I don't think anybody across the country would argue that Portland and Seattle are 1 and 2. Now, they might argue which is 1 and which is 2, but certainly no one would disagree that they are 1 and 2.
And not to be Switzerland, Jake and I will not be arguing those points here this evening.
No, we will not.
Dempsey, Ladero. He's got Alvaro Fernandez outside. He'll use him. Alvaro cutting into the box. Back inside, nice play by Portland, knocking it out of bounds for a corner kick.
Good to see that from David Guzman. He's a big addition to the Timbers this year. Defensive midfielder from Costa Rica, came over from Saprissa. He's going to be the starting number 6, the holding midfielder for Caleb Porter and the Timbers this season. His insertion into the team will allow Diego Chara to be more of a number 8, a box-to-box midfielder. The Timbers are really excited about that partnership in the defensive midfield.
Love to talk about Saprissa later in the pipeline to MLS. Nico Ladero over this corner deep. Behind a stand. We know he's back there.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sends it in. Dempsey strikes it. I believe Vitas knocked that out for another corner. Far side, second of the evening for Seattle.
Certainly a good test for the Timbers back line in the preseason. I mean, this is close, maybe with the exception of Jordan Morris not in there. This is close to Seattle's starting attacking group. Wouldn't be surprised to see these guys out there, of course, on opening day. Will Bruin, number 9, is an established striker.
Ladero sends it again. Another nice job by Portland. It'll be out for the third corner kick right away. Asprilla knocking that out. A little too far from that corner from Ladero. He's getting his exercise going back and forth.
Got to get fit in the preseason, right? Some early fitness for Nico Ladero.
Most of the squad you'll see here on both teams will go 45. We'll see many subs, some trialists, academy players knocked in. Dempsey can't get a hold of it. Back post for Will Bruin. He tries to get around Vitas, who does a nice job, and off go the Timbers. Looking for an outlet. Found in Maddox. Speedster had it for a moment.
It was a great ball from Espria. Unfortunately, Maddox maybe not quite ready for it. The Timbers like the speed in their counterattack. We've seen it really the past 3 years, but the group out here now with Darren Maddox, Dairon Espria, Fernando Adi, Diego Valeri, Diego Chara when he gets forward, extremely dangerous in a counter off a corner kick, a situation like that. It's going to scare opposing back lines to have those 5 guys sprinting at him. And then when Darlington Nagbe comes back from international duty and Sebastian Blanco, the new designated player, coming to the league, there's a lot of attacking depth on the Timbers this season.
An exciting addition for the Portland Timbers here in the last few days, Blanco.
He's in Tucson now, arrived on
Are you
Thursday,
still
not gonna
watching?
play today. He was in the middle of a
Can you
season
hear me?
essentially in Argentina, so he's already fit. A lot of flying, as you can imagine, to get from Argentina to Portland and then down to Tucson. So we'll most likely see him in the Timbers preseason tournament back in Portland next week and in the next upcoming weeks, possibly on Thursday against Real Salt Lake at Providence Park. But a little too soon tonight for Sebastian Blanco.
But what options Caleb Porter has if everyone stays healthy with Maddox and
Okay,
Valeri
great.
and Nagbe,
Thanks.
who's not back yet from the U.S. match versus Jamaica.
It's a big thing for the Timbers this year. We'll talk about it in a moment. This is promising.
Valeri stopped in his tracks, but nice movement. Rolled on back to Tyler Miller.
Caleb Porter stressed